What's up, everyone? Adrian Morrison here. I want to welcome you to the Profit Power Hour. I'm excited to have you here. It's a beautiful day, and I have had just a phenomenal week. Really just catching up. Taking some time to get some sleep and diversifying. My opportunities and entrepreneurship, and it's just been absolutely a great week. So I'm energized. I'm ready to be here. I'm ready to show you how you can crush it with e-commerce. Talk to you a little bit about some of the new things that I'm doing that you might want to learn about on the side. I call these like little side hustles, and kind of finalize the third part of this Halloween training. So everybody's piling in. If you are on the West Coast, then you probably still have some sunlight. If you were over here on the East Coast, then it's definitely dark right now. I've been tripping out because it's been getting dark so early all of the sudden. It's crazy because I'll look outside and it feels like it's like 12 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock at night or something, and it's only 6 o'clock, So anyways, wherever you are in the world, whether the sun is still shining or it is nighttime where you are, I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you've chosen to come on and hang out with me and the rest of the Profit Power Hour community for the next hour or so. Now, everyone should be able to see the screen right now. So just go ahead and type a 1 in the screen so my tech team keeps an eye on that to make sure everyone can see my screen. I'm not going to be sharing my webcam today. I usually go live and get on the webcam, but just the internet has been really bad this week. It's gone down. My wife is upset because she's in the other room trying to watch Hulu, and Hulu's down, because everything is so internet based now. Even, cable television essentially is internet based. And so, like when the TV goes down and you can't stream Netflix and or Hulu, and the internet is spotty, what do? It's you actually have to do like other things like read books and go on walks, and these are all things I've tried to do the past month or so to really just kind of give myself a break. And before we get started, I do think that is important. I think that we dive so deep into the internet sometimes, and Instagram and all of these things. It's so refreshing when you pull yourself out sometimes and just take a breath. I know that yesterday, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, all of it was down completely. Like all day, Facebook was down. And at first I was like panicking, because if Facebook is down, that means my ads aren't running, and that means I'm not generating sales and revenue for the day. And that can be, nerve-wracking, but it allowed me to step away from the phone and the computer for a little bit, go on a walk. I went down to the beach and I listened to the water for a little while, and really, I don't know if you probably go back and listen to the last couple of weeks, I'd venture to say, I'd be willing to bet that I feel y'all would say I probably sound a lot better this week than the previous week. Sometimes you need a reset, and I'm actually thankful that Facebook and everything went down yesterday, because it allowed me to get a reset. And not only that, I still made a lot of money yesterday, even while Facebook was down. And that actually is a great point, because tonight we're going to talk about the Halloween part 3, the Halloween crash course part 3 of this training. And it's going to revolve around email marketing. And even when Facebook is down, even when WhatsApp and Instagram and Pinterest and Twitter and everything else is down, if you have an email list, then you can still make money. And we're going to talk about that here in just a little bit. But everybody is now piling on. So I want to welcome you all. If you're just popping in, I just went on a little bit of a rant right there, but I like to wait and give everybody the opportunity to get in. So on the right-hand side of the screen here is my social media. Connect with me. If you're following me on Twitter, you're probably seeing some real weird, real random stuff that I'm posting. It's because the last 2-3 weeks I've started dabbling in NFTs, non-fungible tokens. It's cryptocurrency type stuff, and it's been incredible. I've realized well over $100,000 in gains playing around with cryptocurrencies with a very small investment, to be honest. So if you want to learn a little bit about that, you can go check out my Twitter. I'm thinking about keeping my Twitter more of the NFT, crypto type stuff, and everything else is e-com, you know? So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's a lot of information and free training there. And on the left-hand side, we have some of our great Shopify tools that we recommend. You don't have to have these tools, okay? I want to repeat that. You do not have to have these tools, but they will help your store. So the decision is yours. So if you're coming on the webinar and you're like, you want to complain and say, oh my gosh, Adrian said I have to have this and have to have that, all these other things and upsells. Number one, you're in the wrong mindset for entrepreneurship. You should love the opportunity to get tools and things that can help your business produce more money or run more efficiently. And number two, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, hey, these are cool. I use them in my store. They help me make more money, and they could probably help you too. All right. The choice is yours. Now, we are going to be talking about specifically tonight, we're going to be talking about wheelie opt-in. All right. So that's about the what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth one down under the must-have tools with a little spinning wheel. We touched on it a little bit last week. It's like, I don't know, $19 or $20. You can check it out at profitph.com/WO or not. It's up to you, right? But we're going to talk a little bit about it so we can start supercharging our email list prior to Halloween. All right, and on the very bottom is essential fulfillment apps. So we've talked a lot about Pillow Profits. We always use Zendrop, and then Shine On we'll probably talk a little bit more about as we get into the holiday season, because they do a lot of great jewelry. So in conclusion, there are a lot of links on this screen. Don't go to them all at once because your computer might explode. All right, so I just want to point out the ones that are necessary. Wheelie opt-in is something that we're going to go over tonight, so keep an eye on that. Shipping Hero at the top can always be beneficial, and then those essential fulfillment apps down at the bottom, you should just have them. Like, you should have these 3 apps. Zendrop is free, Shine On is free, and Pillow Profits I think is like $20 or so. So they're a great fulfillment app. All right, cool. Oh, and at the tippy top of the screen here, you've got the free trial link to Shopify. They actually created a new promotion for me that's temporary. You definitely want to take advantage of this at profitph.com/Shopify. If you want to open up a second Shopify store, and or you have not yet opened up your store yet, if you go to profitph.com/Shopify, check out this deal that Shopify has given exclusively to my community, because I work so close with Shopify as one of their top partners. That's one of my pictures on the screen there. You can see that they're giving my students that start new Shopify stores a 14-day free trial, and for your first month, they're only charging $1. And this is going to expire. I don't know how long it will be available, but as you may have noticed, Shopify has been giving me these random special promotions. They're testing some things, and I get the opportunity as a partner there, as one of their Shopify partners, to come in and give you these exclusive deals. So if you're just starting a Shopify store, go through that link, profitph.com/Shopify. You get a 14-day free trial, and your first month will only cost $1. And they will eventually end this. It could be 10 days, 14 days, 30 days. I don't know. They don't tell me. They just tell me when it's about to end, okay? So I know about as much as you know at this point. So check it out. Again, that link is right here at the top, profitpage.com/Shopify. Okay, that is enough of that. Let's dive into what we're going to talk about tonight, okay? So tonight what we're going to do is we're going to go over part 3 of our Halloween Profits Crash course, all right? So if you're just now joining and this is your first time ever on the Profit Power Hour, I want to say welcome. I'm glad that you're here. You're going to get a boatload of value tonight. And, I hope that this webinar helps you absolutely crush it. Just bear in mind that if you're in our high level training, if you're in Ecom Success Academy, if you are in, our Diamond, Elite, Emerald programs, whatever, these webinars, I really just try to show you what's working right now, what I'm doing in my business, and trends that you should jump on ASAP. And these may not fall in line directly with where you might be in one of my courses. All right, so don't worry if you're brand new, you can be here and you can benefit from this, so stick around. We are in part 3, all right? You will be able to go back and watch part 1 and part 2 after this, and benefit from each of these trainings. So I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second, but before I do that, everybody jump in our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/profitph and say what's up. Tell everybody to get on the webinar right now, and we're about to get started. So if they forgot, just remind them, get on here, and at the end of the webinar, we're going to give away $100 to a random person that does that. And we have such an amazing community here at the Profit Power Hour. It's awesome to see this community. We've got 18,900 beautiful people here in the community, and I am just excited to see all of the posts in the group, all of the people sharing their stories, their success, and asking questions. If you're in this group, you're rubbing shoulders with people that are doing 6 figures, 7 figures, even some 8-figure marketers in here, and you're also right there with people starting right where you are right now. So there's people you can relate with, people that can extend a hand and help you. It's a beautiful community. So just make sure that you join the group. If you haven't yet, it's free. We'll get you in 24 hours. If you're in the group, post that we got to get on the webinar and get started right now, okay? And if you want to catch up on the last 2 trainings that we've done, you can always log into your Access Adrian members area here, and you can click on Profit Power Hour. You see it says Profit Power Hour right there. You click on that, and it will allow you to access a members area. And that members area here is going to give you a link to all the replays. So if you go to Webinar Replays 2021, then you will see there will be the part 1, which we did September 21st, and part 2, which was September 28th. Scroll your mouse over my profile photo here and subscribe. I've got 27,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's not enough for all the videos and value that I put out there for free, but if you subscribe right now, then you'll get notifications whenever I do make a post and we update videos and whatnot. So subscribe, turn on notifications, and you can come in here and you can watch the last 2 trainings, and they are awesome, okay? So what are we gonna talk about tonight? We're gonna, in part 3 of the training, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be talking about email marketing. And yesterday, Facebook went down. I don't know why. Nobody really knows why. There's lots of speculation. But Facebook was down. WhatsApp was down. Instagram was down almost all day. And I got to tell you, I saw people frantically panicking everywhere. I was getting texts, and I was looking at, in Slack, and there was all these people that were like freaking out. Oh my gosh, this is going to cost me X amount of dollars today. My company's not getting, my ads aren't running because Facebook is down. Yada 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 yada. Meanwhile, I opened up my email marketing account, put together a promotional email, hit send, and well, I got boatloads of traffic, right? I got boatloads of revenue that comes in from all of my company's email marketing efforts every single day. And when you build an email list with Shopify, you put yourself in the position to not panic if Facebook goes down for a couple hours or your ads are not doing great for a day or two or whatever. So email marketing it's a backup plan, but it really should be, plan A. Plan A, it should be build a big email list because there's so much money made in email marketing and it's no ad spend. If you're doing email marketing, you don't have to spend any money on traffic, right? So last week, what we did is we went over some of the things that you could sell. Look, we know that Halloween is trending right now. It's at this year's all-time high. You can see from the beginning of September to right now today, you can see that it is at a 100. That's the max interest on Facebook. So pretty dang incredible. We just look at the last 7 days, then you'll see here it spikes up and then down and then up and then down and up and down. This is good right here though, okay? So if we look at the last 30 days, you're gonna see it rising steadily. If we look at the last 90 days, you're gonna see that it went from like no interest to a boatload of interest. So Halloween right now is selling, and the average person, we also know, and we did our research, so we know that the average person on Halloween is spending $92, right? So they expect the average customer to spend $92 on Halloween, and we know that there was a $8 to $9 billion spent during Halloween season. So absolutely incredible opportunity for us. And so last week, what we did is we went over some of the items that are hot right now, like steampunk glasses, Halloween decorations. We went over like these like LED pumpkins right here. We went over the different types of costumes that would be popular for people to wear. Like this is a wig that could be used as a what's the Joker's girlfriend, Harley Quinn. Yes, Harley Quinn from Batman. And then you've got Cruella, which is going to be huge. So you can get these wigs. Now, we're not telling people get your Cruella costume here, right? Can't do that. We don't have licensing to sell Cruella costumes. But this is just a black and white wig. It doesn't say Cruella or Disney or anything on it. So look, I didn't make it through law school. I didn't even get accepted to law school. I failed the LSAT 3 times. I can't give you legal advice, but I can say use common sense. Don't go say you're selling a Cruella costume if you don't have a license to do that. But if you're selling a generic black and white wig, people are going to read between the lines. They're going to put 2 and 2 together and say, hey, this would work. You could go into Party City and find something like this maybe. So, just be smart, all right? We also went over places that you could find things that were selling really well. So the Etsy sneak attack is always a big winner, right? If you go to Etsy.com, then you can type in Halloween. And when you type in Halloween, it's going to pull up whatever the most relevant and most popular types of products are. So you're going to see that lots of great t-shirt ideas come up, sweaters. You're going to see decor. So you can really use what's selling on Etsy as inspiration and go find these on Zendrop or AliExpress, or you can use T-Launch to make very similar t-shirt designs. We went over also masks, face masks. So we went over some of the more popular things that you could sell that are really easy to sell. And if we looked at HalloweenCostumes.com, we could see that face masks obviously are going to be really popular this year because more people are probably going to trick or treat this year, but many people are going to want to wear a mask since they're coming in close proximity with others as they trick or treat. And, better safe than sorry, right? Better safe than sorry. So we went over selling face masks with cool designs on them. And I'm not going to go over all that again, you can always go back over here to our replays and you can watch all of those trainings in part 1 and part 2. Okay, so I'm not going to waste time going over all the same stuff that we did last week. That would be kind of boring. And we went over like where you could get things at Shutterstock. So you could type in, you know, scary face or goblin or vampire fangs and get images here that you could copy and paste on face masks using apps such as Pillow Profits, right? So Pillow Profits is one of those apps that was on our main screen here. And you can go to the design catalog or add products here and scroll down a little bit. And you can legitimately drag and drop images and make your own spooky Halloween costume safety face mask, which is really cool. You can also go to the design catalog in Pillow Profits and you could type in Halloween and see what kind of products in their done for you catalog come up. Like, look at these. These are really cool. These look like door covers that with different sayings on them, relevant to Halloween. So they also have an express line. The express line is where you can get things shipped really fast, usually like 11 days or so. So there's some really cool sweaters in here and jackets and shoes and spooky things that could do really well. So that being said, you know, last week what we were really discussing was how do we find products to sell, right? Well, there's done for you products in Pillow Profits. I mean, there's a zillion of them. We also looked at watchcount.com, which is a great tool that's completely free, and it tells you what's the most popular items being watched on eBay. So if we typed in Halloween here, what it does is it pulls up anything selling on eBay that's really popular right now. So you know, it'll tell us how many people are interested in purchasing this product, that have favored it, that are watching it. And you want to be a little bit more detailed, like Halloween is very broad, but if we typed in Halloween costume, right, then it would show us what costumes are trending right now. So we can get these on AliExpress, easy peasy. All right, so that's what we talked about last week. I know that was a 22-minute overview, but really important to remind y'all of some of these things that are so relevant to tonight's training. Now, what we really want to do is we want to set up an email marketing strategy, all right, an email marketing game plan for Halloween. And it's imperative that you do this now, that you do it ASAP. Because if you have a list, an email list of people interested in Halloween, every single season you can tap into that list and sell them stuff. Isn't that nice? So every year it's like a seasonal email list. But not only that, if you have an email list, then you can also benefit ever so greatly from just simply emailing people every week to other promotions. Just because someone joins your email list because they're interested in Halloween costumes doesn't mean that's the only interest they have in life and they live and breathe only Halloween. People are quite dynamic. People have various interests that go beyond one simple little thing. Does that make sense? Just say yes if that makes sense. And for those of you that are asking why no webcam tonight, it's just internet connection. Internet's bad, so some weeks like I just don't want to risk like the GoToWebinar, you know, what's it called, like crashing, if you will. I don't want to risk the audio not coming through at high quality like it did a couple weeks ago. So that's why you don't see my face. But I want to go over your email marketing game plan. Okay, so let's go over this. This is how you're going to crush it for Halloween. So this is going to be your Halloween email profits plan. Okay, can everybody see the screen? Just say yes if you can see where I wrote Halloween. Okay, cool. And just for fun, I'm gonna put some orange behind it, make it really nice and pretty. I'm sure that this is really easy on the eyes here. All right, so this is our Halloween profits email profits game plan. Now, we're going to have a couple of objectives here. All right. So let's get started with objective 1. All right. So our first objective is to build. Okay. Objective number 1 is to build a list. All right. So it is to build a massive, come on, Adrian, what's wrong with your hands? What's wrong with your fingers, my dude? It's to build a massive email list, okay? Build, keyword, build. All right, so that is objective number 1, okay? It's objective number 1 is to build an email list. All right, so our objective number 2. All right, so objective number 2 is to increase conversions for profits. All right, so objective number 2, keyword, conversions, right? So we want to increase conversions because we like profits, okay? And then objective number 3, the final objective is going to be build a long-term income plan, okay? So objective number 3 is going to be long-term income plan. Long-term. All right, has everybody got that? So our Halloween profits plan is going to be to build a big email list. It's going to be to increase conversions, and it's going to be generating a long-term income plan. Now, I'm aware that many of you already have a big email list, right? We're going to make it bigger. And I'm aware that a lot of you are already getting sales. We're going to get more sales. And I'm aware that a lot of you in here have a long-term income plan already. We're going to make it better. And if you don't have a long-term income plan, we're going to create one for you. Email marketing equals longevity, stability, and security. It's that simple, right? And so when people are coming to your website to buy for the Halloween season, you know, the tools that you're going to be using to make this happen are really going to help you realize more success, right? More success. Tools equal more success. So the tools that you're going to be using are going to be, obviously, number 1, Facebook ads, okay? Facebook ads is going to get you what? Traffic, okay? So Facebook ads will get you traffic. And we all know that that's a necessity for anything to work. Without traffic, we can't generate sales. Everybody gets that, okay? So that's no secret that we've got to have Facebook ads on point to get traffic. But a lot of people fall off here because you've got to turn that traffic, right? You got to have a goal, okay? So here's your goal, and it's going to be to get that traffic to convert, okay? And subscribe to your email list and to come back. Please come back. Purchase again, right? So that's our goal. Our goal is to convert, subscribe, and come back. Facebook ads is typically where it all starts, right? But what a lot of people don't do is they stop. They stop before this dotted line here, and they think, oh, I just need traffic. And all I got to do is get bullseye targeted traffic, and then I'm going to be so rich. All right, that's not how it works. All right, you got to have a plan. You got to have a profit plan. And so it's not just Facebook ads to traffic. It's what do you do with that traffic, right? You're investing money in your ads to get that traffic. So you want to check all the boxes. Hello, all right. How do you do that? How do you get past that barrier to convert, get them to subscribe to your email list, and you get them to come back? That's done with some more tools, right? So obviously what we're going to be using is a email list. All right, and this I like to use, me personally, MailChimp. All right, and then I like to have a booster. And the booster for me is Wheelie opt-in. Okay, so Wheelie opt-in. And then I like to have a email promo calendar. Okay, so let me just point out, right, how these are going to work if you're brand new, right? So the email list, dun, 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 is where people are going to subscribe. All right, and the booster is dun, 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 where we are going to get people to convert at a higher rate. And the email promotion calendar. All right, so that here is going to get them to come back. That makes sense? So just recognize that each of these tools here has a purpose. Traffic, right? Subscription, conversion, long term. All right, get people to come back, repeat customers. All right, if you have these things here, then you're optimized. You're fully optimized, right? So we know about traffic, right? We know the MailChimp's got an email list that we could use, but how do we boost our email list? How do we supercharge it? Meanwhile, supercharging conversions at the same time. Okay, well, if we jump back over here, and we want to get people that come to our website to join our email list, right? We want them to subscribe at a higher rate and convert. Well, the typical customer's experience is going to look a little bit, something like this. They're going to hit the website. Oh, this is a really cool mask right here. My kid's gonna love this. I'm gonna get one for all 5 of my kids. And I want a green one for one kid, a blue one for another, a purple for another, so on and so forth. My favorite color is green, but my brother's favorite color is blue. And so, people remember with things like this, people are going to buy more than one, and having variations is important, right? So people are going to come here and they're going to add the cart, right? So, and when they add the cart, sure, we should have some upsells, but when they add the cart, they're going to get here, and what's going to happen is a lot of people are going to say, "Oof, man, I wasn't looking at the price. I added 3 of these to the cart, and it's $90, and so like I'm going to go somewhere else to see if I can get a cheaper price." Does that make sense? Just say yes if that makes sense. If you know guaranteed that people are going to add stuff to the shopping cart, they're going to bulk at the shopping cart, and they are going to walk away virtually and not purchase. Just say yes, I agree, seen it happen, done to me many times before. This is called cart abandonment, right? And it happens to everyone, right? Does that make sense? Just say yes. All right, perfect. So two things happen here. Number one, somebody leaves your store, they're gone forever, right? That's it. Adios, c'est la vie. They're gone forever. Now, you've paid to have them on your store, right? You paid for this traffic. Hello? This costs money. Traffic costs money, right? And when somebody comes to your store, you better do everything you can to get that traffic to what? Convert, right? You want the traffic to convert. Does that make good sense? Yes? You want the traffic to convert, and you want them to subscribe because you paid to get them there once. You don't want to have to pay to get them to see another ad to come back and shop on your store. So you want them to convert and you want them to subscribe, right? And these are two things that could be done together if you do things the right way. So some of the things that we could do here, some of the things that could really help us here with conversions. Okay, so for conversions, let me just write this down. All right. So if we want to get more conversions, some of the things that we could do here is number one, do like a free shipping promo. Okay. Free shipping, people love this. All right, this will increase conversions. This always works. It's the number one conversion optimization is to give people completely free shipping. They hate spending money on shipping. All right. Number two is a Halloween discount, not discount, my guy, discount code. Okay. So you could give people something like, 20% off. Know your numbers. All right. Can you afford to give 20% off? What's your profit margin? So you need to know what your numbers are. And number three is you can what's called gamify. All right. So you can make you can do a little bit of gamification on your store, and this will do a couple of things. It'll increase urgency. It'll increase profits, and it will grow your list, aka subscriptions. All right. So anyone can do the top two, free shipping and a Halloween discount. Anyone can do that. But gamification is a different story, right? And it must be done right, right? There is a Halloween specific strategy. Excuse the terrible handwriting there. Let's just make it look like a pumpkin. How about that? Oh, Halloween specific strategy. Does that look like a pumpkin? So there's a Halloween specific strategy here. I know we probably should have some like little lines going down it and stuff. But anyways, what most people use is a wheel, right? And a wheel would be this spinny wheel that comes out, and it's like a pie, and it's got different prizes, right? So prize one, prize two, prize three, prize four, so on and so forth, and a little button that says spin and grabs their email. Okay, so this is called gamification. Now, you'll notice that when I tried to leave Gear Grabber, this came up, right? And it's a spinning wheel, and many of you, my veteran students on here, have seen this. And it gets people's email address in exchange to spin and win a prize. 10%, $5 gift cards. You've probably seen this on various sites. Well, not this particular wheel, because I limit to whom I, promote this to and show the existence of this to. Most people use like this one other one so every website in the world using the same wheel, and none of them are really customized, and therefore you have what's called banner blindness. Now, banner blindness is something, what it means is you've seen something so many times that it no longer grabs your attention. It's like when you've seen the same commercial 100 times, it doesn't have the same effect on you as the first time you've seen it. It's like if you watch the same movie 100 times, it doesn't have the same effect on you as that first time. It's when you've seen the same billboard or ad a zillion times, it doesn't capture your attention. And the number one rule to marketing in attention, interest, decision, right, and action is, you heard it, attention. You got to get people's attention. And so I created Wheelie Opt-in a long time ago, and I made it super unique so that it looked different. Now, right now, what you're looking at, if I could be so frank, sucks, okay? So this wheel right here is not going to convert for Halloween. It matches my store. And a lot of people that create little wheels for opt-ins, they want to make them look like their store and fit in. And look, you don't have to use my app. You don't have to use Wheelie Opt-in. There's other, wheel apps, and there's pop-up boxes and all that stuff. You've seen them everywhere, okay? This is mine, and it's built specifically for my strategies for my stores. You can partake or not. But this is the booster, right? It does two things. It engages people so they take action, right? And increases conversion rates. And it gets them, before they leave, to give me their email address. So one of two things is going to happen here. They're going to give me their email address, and they're going to go on my email list, so I can then email them later, bring them back to my store and profit from them, right? Otherwise, they'd be gone forever, and I'd have to pay to get them back. But if I have their email address, I never have to pay to get them back to my store again. And number two is, when they got to that cart, right? And they saw that the price was a little higher than they wanted, but they wanted the product. I mean, don't you agree that if they put the product in their shopping cart, it must mean that they want it? The only reason that they wouldn't get it is if they found something better or cheaper, right? So what we want to do is, before they leave, say, hey, wait a second. You can get a deal, or you could get a free Halloween gift, right? So the prizes that you put on your wheel need to be related, okay? Pay very close attention here. The prizes that you put on your wheel need to be related to the theme of whatever it is that they are purchasing. So if you're purchasing Halloween stuff and you see this wheel pop up, it's not going to grab your attention, right? But if we open up the app over here, and I come over to Wheelie Opt-in, where it tracks how many emails it captures for me, how much revenue it generates for me, and all that good stuff, you're going to see that we can have niche wheels. Does everybody see this niche wheel right here? We can create what's called a niche wheel. So depending on what a person is looking at on our site, they will see a different wheel. So if they are looking at dog stuff on my store, guess what they're going to see? A wheel that is designed to have dog prizes on here and pictures of dogs. Go figure, right? Who would have thunk it? Also, additionally, if they're looking at cat stuff, I don't know if I have this one activated for cats. Yeah, they're going to see a cat wheel with crazy cat photos. So what do you think they should see if they're shopping for Halloween stuff? Anybody want to take a wild guess? They should see a Halloween themed wheel. And I think we could all agree that a Halloween themed wheel that pops up is going to get someone's attention that's shopping for Halloween stuff. And the cool thing about this particular app here that I created is I like efficiency, and I want to make sure that depending on what people are looking at, they see different things. So you can easily come in here and hit add a wheel, and this is like our standard template. But what you're going to find here is, I just want to make sure my screen's showing. Okay, good. What you're going to find here is that you could come in and you can choose a theme. And we have themes for different seasons, right? Different holidays, because we understand the importance of someone shopping for Halloween stuff on our store, seeing a Halloween themed wheel. So if I change that, you're going to notice these wheel colors change here. And this is what our wheel looks like, okay? So we've got the pumpkin in the background. We can put our logo there. We can change the prizes on here. And if we don't like that particular one, we can go to the Halloween themed one where it's just black and a different color orange. Then we can come down to Halloween theme number 3, which puts like makes it purple and gray and the spooky bats and whatnot. And so immediately with one click, you have a exit pop that deters people from leaving. These are people that were going to leave your store. They were going to leave and they were not going to buy. And so what this is designed to do is capture their attention because it's congruent with what they were looking at. Congruency is key to conversions. Write that down. Congruency is key to conversions, all right? Looking at dog stuff, show them a dog wheel. Looking at cat stuff, show them a cat wheel. Looking at fitness stuff, show them a fitness wheel. And the prizes that are on the wheel need to be relevant to what they are looking at, not just the design. So you would call one of the prizes a free Halloween shirt, a free Halloween mask, a 50% off Halloween discount, whatever, right? So we could do that by coming down here to where it shows the prizes, and we can essentially call them whatever we want. So we could call this like a free Halloween mask, okay? This could be 50% off. This could be a spooky free shipping. This one right here could be like a 20% off. What's a word? You could say Fang discount. You could put this one over here and just call this a 10% off order, so on and so forth. And then with Wheelie opt-in, you can then choose what the probability of such prizes will be. So if you have a really good discount here that you want to enter in, you can make the probability a little bit lower. And when somebody, something to understand is that when somebody spins a wheel, y'all, and you got to make sure the text will fit on the wheel, you can overtype. But when somebody spins a wheel, they're engaged, right? They're committed. So when they win one of these discounts, right, they're going to be likely to use it because now they were leaving a store because it costs too much, and now they got a 10% off discount. They now have justification to make a purchase, and trust me, consumers love justification to buy. That's what they need, right? So, we can change this to like free mask and free shipping, whatever. And the cool thing about this, y'all, is that you can have coupon codes, or if we're giving away a free mask, we can hit redirect to URL, and then we could come over here and grab, like, say, this mask right here, and let's go back to it. So I can grab this mask here, and we want to give it away for free as a gift or winnings or whatever in exchange for their email. Then we would just put this here, like a completely free mask, and you could put the probability down to 1% if you want to. And this would go to like a mask that was actually free, but or you could do a free mask and give people a 50% probability for it or more, and do a free plus shipping offer. So yeah, in their mind, they just want a free mask, right? But what you're doing is you're giving it to them for free and charging for shipping and handling, and you have profits built in shipping. So what you just did is you took a customer that was abandoning your store and checking out, you got their email address so they're on your email list forever, and you turned them into a paying customer where you generated some profits, right? So you can go through here and make all these cool little Halloween, like free Halloween decoration or discount, free shipping, 50% off, 10% off, 20% off, you know, just like a casino game. And then what you can do is you can connect this to MailChimp, to ActiveCampaign, to Klaviyo, so on and so forth, right? So it will automatically put the emails in your MailChimp account. It's really, really simple to do. There's instructional videos that show you exactly how to do it. And the other thing that it does is a tool like this will guarantee that you get real emails from your customers. So you can put the confidence score here in, and this software will actually check an email address to see if it's real. And if it is real, it'll let them spin. If it's not real and they're giving you a bogus fake email, which doesn't do you any good, it'll be like, yo, I know what you're doing and it ain't gonna work here. You want to play the game, then you put in your real email address. It's as simple as that. So it actually ensures your email list is more profitable, more responsive, and that people don't make up fake email addresses and put them in. And then it will track your views, spins, how many leads you've gotten, and how much money it's made you. So it's brilliant, right? And this can show across your whole store, right? Your entire store would show the Halloween wheel. And if you didn't want it to show up on the entire store, then you could come in and you could say, I only want it to show up in a specific collection. So only when people are looking at my Halloween collection, right? So it'll pull up all your collections here. And if you have a Halloween costume collection, you could say only when people are looking at Halloween stuff, show it, right? Or you could show it across the entire website. It also works on mobile and desktop and has an urgency countdown timer where the code will expire. So by enabling this and essentially putting this on our store here, what we're going to do is we are going to make sure that, let me just get the probabilities to 100% here. There we go. Oh, that's total probability. We have this thing that makes sure that the probability actually hits 100%. Let me just to make it easy, we'll put this at 100. This is 0, 0. Okay. So once it's done, your wheel is saved, and you can come back out here to the dashboard, and you'll see your wheel, which I forgot to name mine, but you'll see it. You can name it Halloween 1, Halloween 2, whatever. And now it's active on your store. And you can look at how different templates are, how many views you're getting, how many spins people have made, how many opt-ins you have. And you notice all these aren't active. There's only one active. So this is just how you can test different prizes and things like that. Anyways, what this is going to do is it's going to stop people from leaving your website, and it's going to turn them into there we go. It's going to turn them into subscribers and or buyers as well, right? So when you're going into Halloween and doing your promotion this year, you really want to pay very close attention to this. And you don't have to use the wheelie to do it. There's all sorts of box pop-up apps and stuff. Put your email in for 20% off. But one thing has been proven, and it's that people like to play games, right? People do like to, in fact, play games. And so when you make it fun for somebody when they're shopping on your store, and you have something that's relevant to them, right? So let me just put in the website real quick. So when you have something that is relevant to them, right? Like they're looking at the vampire lips mask here, and this could be like a cool thing for them. And they leave, and when they leave, there's a will that comes up here that is related to Halloween. Your conversion rate goes up, and so now what would happen is people can put in their email address and they can hit spin to win, right? It's checking to see if their email is legit, guarantees real emails, and boom, once it checks that email, my computer's lagging a little bit here, it will spin and they'll win one of the prizes, right? So important note to understand, again, you don't have to have this particular one on here. If you want to use the apps I created for myself, then you can use this one, and you don't have to even have a wheel at all. This will just help boost conversions. You'll notice it says your email was found invalid right here, so it's not letting me put in email addresses that are duplicates or that don't exist. So that being said, coming over here, the spin to win, it still works, but you want it to be relevant. And then for our final our final thing right here is to get customers to come back. What you need is an email promotion calendar. And so an email promotion calendar here, let's just bring this line also over. You know what, I'm gonna just do, here is our email promo calendar. Okay, so for your email promotion calendar, I want you to understand something. This doesn't have to be stuff that's going to get there by Halloween. It could just be a Halloween sale, right? So you can't be selling Halloween costumes 5 days before Halloween unless you've got overnight shipping, right? And in most cases for drop shippers, that's not going to happen. So what you need is a promotion calendar. So you need the week before. So the week before Halloween, you want to email out on Monday. You want to also send another email out on Wednesday and another email out on Friday. And this is our Halloween 2021 pre-sale 40% off. Okay, so a lot of businesses, even if they're not selling Halloween supplies, will do a Halloween sale. So it's just a reason for you to create FOMO, fear of missing out, and sales, and give them a discount. All right, so this could be your pre-sale. And then your week of Halloween, also a really great time if you have weight loss products to push those. Did you eat too much candy? Then you probably should take this workout program. So Casey's laughing at me. It's true. I do it every year. I eat too much candy. I'm like, yo, I gotta hit the gym. Like, what? How do I get this out of my system? So the week of Halloween, right? I'm not 1000% positive of like what day Halloween falls on. Well, no, I know, but what day is the 31st of October? Yeah, Casey's telling me right now. It's on a Sunday. Okay, so that's perfect. So the week of Halloween, then you would roll in with a Tuesday, Thursday, and a Saturday blast. All right, so this is the Halloween countdown, whatever, spooky discounts. People love weird stuff. Spooky discount sale. All right. And this could be another sale, maybe it's 30% off, whatever. You're giving people deals, all right, the week before and the week of. Now, what happens the week after Halloween, right? The week after Halloween, people are like, man, next year, I'm gonna order the costume I really wanted early, because this year I waited too late and I had to throw together a crap costume and I look like the biggest loser at the Halloween party, right? How many of you have done that before? I know I've done it. Like one year I just slicked my hair back and I put on a black t-shirt, said I was a vampire. I put some really terrible fake blood on my face. It was a train wreck. But the week after Halloween, okay? So the week after, right? Remember, part of the plan is to get people to come back. And the week after, you can, of course, do another sale, but I think that's kind of like overkill. But if you do like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, this would mean you email them, 3 times this week. This could be a prepare for next year. This is what's called a fire or a flash sale. All right, so you're liquidating all of the stuff that you have left. All the Halloween stores do this. They liquidate. They say, oh my gosh, we got to get rid of all the stuff that hasn't sold yet, so we're giving it away. And this is a phenomenal time to really push a free plus shipping promo. All right, so a free plus shipping promo would look something like, flash sale, get all leftover costumes or whatever it might be, decorations free, just pay shipping. And so you take wherever the margin makes sense on some of your dropship products, because you don't have any inventory, right? This is just a sales technique, a marketing strategy, and you make them free plus shipping, right? So now people have justification to buy. Well, I might use this decoration for next year. Why wouldn't I? Witches are still going to be popular for Halloween next year. So are ghosts and goblins and all that stuff. So you can take those little generic items that people are going to be interested in next year, and you can do the fire flash sale, get everything free, just pay shipping. And so what's going to happen here is while your ads are running for 3 weeks straight, guess what's going to happen? If you listen to me, I'll tell you what's going to happen. You're probably going to make more money. All right. That tends to happen when people listen to me. So if you follow this email promotion plan, you create 3 weeks of additional revenue that does not require any ad spend. All right. Very important. This doesn't require any ad spend. It's just straight up profit, right? It's straight up sales. And now that you've given people such a great, deal for 3 weeks, and you've branded yourself to them, you've been in their inbox, in front of their face. Well, from here, and we'll be talking about this later, but from here, we're going to be moving into, other holidays like Thanksgiving. Okay. We're going to move into Black Friday, Cyber Monday. All right, we're going to move into, Christmas, and we're going to move into the New Year's. And from there, we're going to move into, Valentine's Day, and so on and so forth. And guess what this list is going to do? It's going to continuously create for you more money, just like that, by sending emails. But one of the key things to remember here is the bigger that email list is, the more money your email list is probably going to make. So that is why I use gamification with Wheelie Opt-in, and I call that the booster here, okay? So we want this booster for us, which is Wheelie Opt-in, because this is going to dramatically increase the amount of opt-ins and sales that I get. So when I implement these promotions here, I reach more people and inevitably make more money. Are y'all with me on this? Just say yes, 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 yes. Okay, I thought so. So that said, if you want to get Wheelie Opt-in, then the link to Wheelie Opt-in is right here. It is profitph.com/WO. To be honest, I don't remember how much it costs. I have absolutely no clue. It's like 20 bucks or something like that. Yeah, so if you go to that link, it's highlighted. It'll show you a video, all the features of it, and it's 20 bucks a month. So you can use it, and you cancel it whenever you want to, or again, you don't have to use it at all. It's up to you. But this is what I use to boost emails and conversions on my store, and so many of our students have used it as well. I believe Dean Levy, who does really well, has it on his store and has posted about it. And there are a zillion other options out there. So that said, if you want it, go there and immediately with one click have a Halloween themed gamified email boosting wheel on your store. So I hope that you all enjoyed the training here. I will be emailing out the notes because we did a lot of whiteboard drawing this week. As you could see, this was our notes from today. So I'm going to download this into a PDF file, and I'm going to make sure that you have this. So objective 1 is to build. Objective 2 is to increase conversions. Objective 3 is long-term. And you know that these are the 4 tools that you can use and what those tools are for. Facebook is traffic. Email list is MailChimp. Boosters, Wheelie Opt-in. Email promotion calendar is how you create repeat customers. And then some of the conversion tactics anyone can use. And for those of you that have apps like Wheelie Opt-in, how that works for you. And then I've legit just given you a full 3-week promotion calendar. So you can copy this and you can know that you're doing the right thing at the right time to get the most out of your email list. So that's it for tonight. I love you all. Hope that you enjoyed the training. I'm going to pull the link back up here for Wheelie Opt-in. Most of you have it. Like literally, I think like 90% of you on this webinar have Wheelie Opt-in. So this should be nothing new to you, but a great reminder to go in and set up a Halloween themed wheel. So I hope that you enjoyed this training. We're going to go in the Facebook group. I'm going to give away some cash money, $100 to a completely random winner. And if you go to my Twitter, you got to check out this side hustle that I'm using with NFTs. I literally have done over $100,000 in profitable unrealized gains because I haven't sold yet. And with NFTs, and you could follow my journey there. I'd really love to hear if y'all are interested in learning more about it, because there's nothing wrong with a side hustle, So let me know in the group, and go to my Twitter, check it out. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/Adrian Morrison. And maybe, I'll come on here and I'll teach you a little bit about this side hustle that is so, it's very beginner friendly. And it's fun. It's really fun, interesting, new, and it's in the infancy of, the infancy of NFTs and cryptocurrencies. So there's lots of room for booming here. So that said, I love you all. I hope you enjoyed the training. I'll see you next week, same place, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern on the Profit Power Hour. And I will see you in the Facebook group. And if you posted at the beginning of this, then you will be potentially selected in our random draw as a cash prize winner. And I'll hook you up with $100. Okay. I'll see you in the group, and I'll see you next week. Good night, y'all.